Okay, so this is our app. So we have app on both platforms like iOS and Android, and you can just download it from Play Store. And every employee can have their own login. So this is an employees app, and you can start your inspection by using the unit number or scan the VIN number or license plates. It's up to you to choose how you want the inspection to be started. Let me choose vehicle number 3 here for the demo. And let me start with the inspection. So here you can see there's a checklist. There are different pre-configured positions that you expect them to capture the photos of or the videos. Let's start with the checklist. So you can enter the mileage. You can also choose the fuel level and other inspection options. All these are customizable and can be changed and set according to your requirement. And once you finish that, you'll get to the next position here. So here you can see the name of the position here. You can capture a video or a photograph. So we capture the dashboard so that you can have the mileage and the other thing visually documented too, and any engine lights and other options on the dashboard. You go to the next position here. So here you can see a red silhouette that guides you which position you are expected to capture and also the name on the right top. You can capture the photo here and go to the next one. And you can also click on show existing damages here. So that would bring up the damages from previously marked on this particular vehicle so that you know that damage was already documented and a known damage. And you can always mark new damages. You can select the type of damage, write some comment there, and you can add damages as you perform the inspection so that you document them while going out. And then you just continue with the process. It's a very quick process, and you can also capture a video. You can capture a 10-second video on every position. We also have like flash for the parking lots or night times, and also like exposure to get the right exposed image because we need proper image for the documentation. You can also skip few positions and also mark few positions as required. You can also add more positions on the go. So you want some close-up of some damage. You can also do it for this inspection itself. And once you finish capturing all the images, you can just take the signature from the customer, agreeing to the state of the vehicle. And these photos would be uploaded back to our server and you can access them again. You can also share the case or the inspections with the customer right here from the mobile, and they would get an email with PDF of all the inspected pictures. And let me dive back to the our backend portal. So where you manage all your fleet, your inspections, and everything here. So let me filter it by unit number 3 and all. So you can see that the current inspection here is here on rent status, and you only have like going out and no return case here. So when I open it, you can see the description on the top with the signature, and then you have the checklist for before and after data here, and all the damages here. So you can also see that these are like AI detected damages. So we have a model that we are trying to improve, and we have a new version coming out this April. So even the AI tries to find the damages automatically, and you can alter them here or correct them here. So you can see these two damages are marked by AI here. And then you can also damage additional damages too on the portal if something is missed by the inspector on the field. And everything is documented and stored for this case. Video here too, and additional damages. And also on the bottom, you can see there's a timestamp and also the license plate and also the location enabled each on each photo so that you know when and where the photo was captured. And when the vehicle is returned back to you, those inspection appear on the side so that you can easily compare the side by side in the state of the vehicle before and after rental. So that's like our side by side view there. And we also have like a new version, we call it like customer self inspection, where you can just send a link to the customer and they can click on the link through email or SMS and inspect the vehicle by themselves without downloading any app. Let me just show you how you can use that. And you can mix and match it with the regular inspection. So you can have going out inspection done by the agent through the app, and the return inspection, if the vehicle is returned off site or off hours drop off, the customer can just do it and they do appear next to each other. So I can just say here, ShareFox user and maybe email, select the unit number. I'll just choose it as check-in and send an email. So for the demo, uh, I'm just using the QR code here. So yeah, so when the customer clicks on the link, this is how they would it would just open in their browser. So you can see it's a mobile browser, and they have this character that just guides them throughout the inspection. So let me take the photos here.
The
And
character's name is Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar guides them.
And you can see the sample image on the top where the customer can know what image you are expecting them to capture. Then you can swipe to continue. So here you have the dashboard and the next positions as we scroll through the positions here. And you can see that it's all done in the browser and it's all seamless process. They do not jump between camera app and the browser. And they have the sample images. That's also configurable by the customer, I mean, by the rental agent here. And once they finish it, they just click on finish and done. So it's that simple for the customer to inspect the vehicles through the browser. And as an agent, when you come back to your case page here, and let me search by unit number. So here you can see that the case here was inspected by the agent. And this is the driver's name. You can see by the driver's icon here. And when you open the case, you can see the side-by-side photos of going out and return, where the left photos are captured by the agent, and on the right is by the customer through his browser. And you can see that the AI also tracked and found few damages here. And yeah, that's our overview. I would say we have like more features too, like you can track all the damages under damages report.
Yeah, can you show them that, Chandrahouse? One of the viewers wants to know where the damage reporting. You can see that.
Yeah. So under damages is where you can see all the damages that you have in your fleet. You can also download them as a CSV and use it in your workshop or like in other places. So you get description of the damage, the type of damage, when it was marked, if it was fixed, when it was fixed, any comments you add to it too. And even on the case page, when you're on the case page here, you can look into your existing damages of this particular vehicle just by clicking on show existing damages. So that brings up all the damages that have been marked on this particular vehicle.
That's excellent. Thank you, Chandrahouse. Oscar, do you have any questions, or does anybody else have any questions?
I guess there's one option here, maybe, that I think we discussed also. It is it looks to me like really simple to use, Chandrahouse, and we talked about that maybe you could set it out to contractors. and that maybe is a thing in the US and also what we are seeing here. I mean, like upon a return, you can have a local repair shop or a washer or something like that use damage ID, and how would that work then?
Yeah, so in that case, you can always create unlimited users. So you would create a new user for your workshop or contract location and select them as user app only. So they get their own login, and they can just download the Damage ID app from the Play Store or the App Store and use their login to actually inspect the vehicle. And they would just appear back on your page here. And you can also like separate those inspections from your regular inspections too. So we have like templates where you can have different set of templates. So you can have different set for inspection, your regular inspection, and one for your contract. If you don't want to mix them up, you can have them as maybe like pre-inspection or call them off location inspection, something like that. So you have different set of positions there and can separate those inspections from your regular one too. And you can have like unlimited inspection types here. So you can have pre-inspection, your workshop, or yeah, it's up to you how you configure the system.
And do you have, it looks like you have different templates. So if you want to get going with this, you can start from a pre-existing template and adjust it to your needs?
Yes, yeah. So everybody has the default template that's called Damage ID, Damage Inspection 7. So where you can use the same template and configure your positions, mark it as required, select the silhouette. So we have different silhouettes that you can choose from. You can select the sample images that you see for the customer and also like enable the positions there. And yeah, you can use the existing one and configure it according to your need itself and without creating a new one. Is there a question?
Yeah. Bjart has a question.
Yes. If you are thinking about a setup where you have a fully self-service solution, fully digital and self-service solution, where the customer is coming, picking up the car, and dropping off the car again later without using an agent or without interacting with other people. He does do it himself. Do you have any experience from those kind of situations where the customer, do they take the pictures and document the car before, or do you just give them the documentation of the existing car when they rent it, when they pick it up, and then when they drop it off again, they of course need to take some updated pictures and document the new status? Or do you have a kind of some experience from a kind of fully self-service setup?
Yes, yeah, we do have a few customers who use it for like mostly like most of them use it for like off-hours drop-off. So where the customer can get a link and inspect the vehicle. But few airport locations in US, mostly their workflow work in a way where they prepare the car or like clean the car and bring it to the parking lot and leave it there. So when they drop the vehicle or when the agent who cleaned the vehicle and parks the vehicle, he uses pre-inspection template to capture those photos and use that as a backup to send to the customer in case the customer doesn't capture the images or he's in a hurry and he forgets. They use the pre-inspection template to capture those pre-ready photos and send it to the customer and use it as a reference when the vehicle is brought back and if they see any damage there.
It's becoming very popular. Yeah, like you said.
And we are also having a new version where we pre-present the photos from pre-inspection or previously captured photos on the customer inspection itself. So our new version on the customer inspection, they would be presented with the pre-captured photos. So they can just accept those photos, or they can retake a new picture if they're not satisfied. So that also helps the customer to quickly complete the inspection, or yeah, it just saves time for them when they're in a hurry, just to accept the pre-captured photos. And yeah, just say, like, it's more like they look at the pictures, accept it if, or retake it if they don't like it, and yeah, and they get the report as soon as they finish the inspection.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Is there any difference on the operations if you have 10 cars or 10,000 cars in terms of how you approach and scale it?
Actually, there's not.
No.
The company with 10,000, it's funny. People thought, oh my goodness, we're going to get calls every day. There's a problem. We've had this customer for 3 years, and I think maybe we've had, I can't say, 5 calls. And it's it's unlimited agents, unlimited locations. I mean, they have the whole Hertz Mexico. So they're able to operate seamlessly and quickly and simply. I think the word simple that you said, Oscar, is the key. And it's quick. It's less than 1 minute. So we're not talking a lot of time here. But there were some questions, Chandrahouse.
Yeah, so let me show you the PDF. So you can always generate or download the PDF from the case page too. So you can just click on export photos here and export to PDF. So that would download the both going out and written photos in a PDF. 1 second.
And Marius also asked about the checklist. I think that's what he wants. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so yeah, you can download the PDF here. So even the PDF is customizable according to your design. We have the basic version where you can just update the logo and other details for the email. Yeah, but you can see the information, the case information, the signature out and in. We don't have the in here because it was a customer inspected to the browser, but in the new version we have the signature pad too, so that will be out in April. And you can see all the photos with the damages marked. And yeah, I'm coming to the checklist. Yeah, you can see the checklist at the end with previous and after. We don't have the checklist on the customer's side on the browser, because if you have like a long list,
No, it'd take too long.
To go through all. So in that case, the pictures would speak for itself if there are any damages. So that's why we have the dashboard, so that you can always capture the odometer and fuel. And the other question,
Fred asked about the camera being on the browsers.
Yep, that was like one of the tricky thing that we had to figure out, because we can do it in 2 different ways, where the customer jumps between the browser and camera app to capture it, where they don't require any permissions. But here in our approach, you would get a pop-up initially requesting to give access to the camera in the browser. So they just have to like accept it, or like allow the camera to capture, I mean, permissions to allow the camera on the browser. So there wouldn't be and there would be any issues with allowing camera access to the browser. But we do have like a fallback, I would say, where if they don't want to access, or then they have to like jump between the camera app to capture the image, and then it jumps back to the browser. So that wouldn't be that easy, but yeah, it's like a fallback, or that would work. Yep, and regarding the other question, so we have the new AI that would have the newly trained model with it, so that would reduce the most false positives. I mean, it does a pretty good job on the scratches and other areas, but the new model is trained with more images, so it can perform much better and reduce the false positive. And coming to the next question, So yes, you can get alerted on the damages. So on the settings, you have the option where you can add multiple emails. So when there is a damage detected, you can get an email with notifying you that there's a damage marked or found on the.
But is it new damage or any damage or old damage? Or
So I can show you here. So here you can see the difference too. So this is like a regularly marked damage, so you don't have like the AI detected. So you get an email with the case information and the actual image with few zoomed in images here, notifying there's a damage on that particular vehicle and case. And this is like the AI detected to show you that these are the AI detected damages. And this is our like link that can be sent to the customer. So, and this is totally configurable too. That was just a sample there. So under sharings, you can always configure your email subject and other properties of your email. And it's up to you how you configure it. So, and what
new questions from Rental.
yeah, so our AI model right now has like 7 different types of damages that we focus on. So it's like if you classify it, there would be like broken pieces and cracks on the windshield. I mean, in our testing, the windshield cracks are a little tricky because it's a see-through, and then you see the opposite road, you see the inside seats and all. So it's a little tricky on the windshield cracks. But we have like good sample on like good detection on scratches, dents, and broken pieces, and like even even the cracks. But I would say the model gets improved more as we train it, and it's a continuous journey to improve your model. And we don't have any rust damages as of now, but they may be classified as chips. But I doubt if we actually separate it as rust damages.
But we also still use human intelligence. I think we've forgotten about HI.
And yeah, I mean, you can always come back to your case, and we have your cases and all the photos like up to 2 years and open to increase it even more, like store them even more. So you can always come back to your case anytime and view the picture, so the picture doesn't lie. You can zoom in and see, okay, there's the damage, or that was not here before, and you can always do that. Any other questions? Yeah, okay, guess. Yep. So under damages, damage reports is where you can see that we have like not fixed and fixed. So you can mark them as fixed so that they don't appear as existing damages on your app when you click on show existing damages. Okay, so how reliable are the detection? Can you showcase some damage detection done by our AI? I mean, the samples that we did, I mean, the model detections right here are by the AI, like the AI detected here. But I can maybe share you later with the actual vehicle detections done by our AI. I would say it's like 75 or 70% there with our current model, but we have like the new model that's being trained, and we will launch it in April first week. That has like more sample data that is trained and improved accuracy. So thank you.
Wonderful. I guess all this talk about AI, I mean, it's a decision support in a way also. And as Paula said, there's a person there taking the damage, and they can get extra support from the AI. Thank you, Chandras, for very good, excellent presentation.